están más cerca. De este lado siguen sacando, ya sacaron 2 puercas, nomás faltaría una.
Oopsie, something just happened in Michoacán in Mexico. And if you're that homeowner and you have that barn with the animals and that yard, I would say definitely Shizzy hit the fizzy there. And it's kind of worrying because this is a residential area. So that's a problem, we have to say. So a family was not standing near a volcano. Let me start with this. They were not hiking to some geyser park in Yellowstone or somewhere. They were just at home when the ground in the patio of their house suddenly opened up. Steam and mud started blasting out of the earth, and you see the video. There's like box stalls, so it seems to be they have animals in there, and then this Shizzy comes out there, right? This is kind of scary. So I thought I need to show you this. So of course, now people are asking the obvious question, what is this, right? Is this a geyser? Is this a mud volcano? Or is this a warning sign from one of Mexico's most volcanic regions? So is there more to come? Is this just a start? I mean, imagine, oh yeah, I have a volcano erupting in my backyard. This is really great. So the scene was recorded in El Salitre in the municipality of Ixtlán de los Hervores in Michoacán. I practice that. I'm trying, guys. So please cut me some slack. So reports from the area say that a new hydrothermal vent appeared inside a residential property, is throwing water, vapor, and mud several meters, several feet into the air. And also some reports describe it as that the jet is reaching, and get this, in your backyard, you see it, more than 4 meters, that's about 13 feet high, with a crater that is roughly 3 to 4 meters wide. So the crater 10 to 13 feet wide in your backyard in front of your stable. That is crazy. We could say that is not normal backyard damage at all. I wouldn't say that. That is basically your backyard suddenly becoming a pressure valve. The ground there is becoming a pressure valve. So when that happened, of course, authorities moved in fast, right? Civil protection evacuated the family from the house. I'm just wondering, if I was that family, I don't need civil protection to evacuate me. I would just say, yeah, maybe we leave, right? No, I would probably more like, yeah, let's go, right? So, okay, then the civil protection, and that is a good thing. They removed nearby gas tanks, moved the pigs and the animals away from the danger zone, and even suspended classes at the nearby preschool just as a precaution, because if one, whatever this is, opens, there could be another one, right? So the site is now being closely monitored because nobody can guarantee immediately how the vent will behave next. So now the first thing people notice is the mud, this bubbling stuff, right? It looks like a mud volcano. That was my first thought. But the key detail is, look at this very, very closely. It is the steam and it is the hot water that is also coming out. So this is being described as hydrothermal activity. We've seen something like this in Campiflegre as well, this bubbling mud stuff. And by the way, you have to find really strange news from Campiflegre. This thing seems to accelerate fast towards a critical change. And there I say, boof. This is the only thing that I say. Watch it in the end screen. So hydrothermal activity, okay. So what is it? It means underground water is being heated by the earth. Heated by the earth. Are we talking magma? Then it's pressurized. Then it's forced back up through cracks and weak zones or even old pathways in the ground. So in simple terms, water gets trapped underground, the heat builds, the pressure builds, and then the system finds a weak spot. And when that weak spot, unfortunately, is under your house or your backyard, that's not creating a tourist attraction, I would say. It looks like the earth just punched through your backyard, I have to tell you. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Ixtlán is not some random place with no history of this. The area is literally known as Ixtlán de los Hervores. So that's a name connected to boiling water and geothermal activity. So there's already a famous geyser in the area known for shooting steam and hot water high into the air. So the scary part is not that a geyser exists in Ixtlán. The scary part is that a new vent just opened not far away from a controlled tourist zone inside a place where people actually live. And now think Campiflegre, they're living right on top of the supervolcano, right? They're living next to stuff like this. It's crazy. And Michoacán has even deeper geological history. The region sits in one of Mexico's volcanic zones. So the Michoacán, Guanajuato volcanic field is famous for having many volcanic vents, cones, geothermal features. It's also the region where a volcano has been born in 1943. And I would like to tell you the name, but still, give me a second. I have to. Paricutin. That's the name, I think. That's how you pronounce it. So that volcano has started actually in a farmer's field. Also really, really great, right? Wake up one morning, want to farm your field. Oops, there's a volcano. Not really pleasant, I would say. And it started in the field and then it grew into one of the most famous volcanic events in modern history in a farmer's field. So that does not mean that that specific backyard geyser that just opened is the birth of a new volcano. But let me be clear, there is no confirmation of that. Yes, but it does mean that the ground here is part of a region where heat fractures, water, gas, and volcanic history come all together. And that this suddenly opens there means there is some stress underneath. So something is underneath and it wants out. So that's why officials are monitoring it instead of ignoring it. I mean, that you should never ignore that. And, a geyser or a hydrothermal vent, don't say, oh, it's just that. It can be very dangerous, even when it's not a volcanic eruption. Of course, this is boiling water that we're dealing with. Boiling water can burn, steam can injure, mud can highly destabilize the ground, and then very, very dangerous. Gas, volcanic gas can collect in low areas. And then if the vent, let's say it keeps widening, the soil around it can become very unstable and more can collapse. So this is why people should definitely not walk up to something like this to take a video or a selfie or something like this, right? The danger is not only the hole that you can see, it is the pressure system that is underneath that you cannot see. And you cannot predict what's happening there, right? So right now, the big question is, was this a one-time release of pressure, or is something, the underground pressure system, has it opened a new pathway that could continue venting or even growing into something bigger? So this takes time for the authorities and the specialists to determine, right? Is the vent stabilizing? Is the crater growing? Are the temperatures changing? Is gas present? And are there more weak spots nearby? So they need to bring equipment and measuring devices for sure. So the best description that I can give you for now is this. We have a hydrothermal geyser-like vent that has just opened in the patio of a home in a known geothermal region, and it's not officially a new volcano, and it should not be exaggerated as one, but it is also not nothing. So I hope you liked it. Let me know, like and hype this video. guys, thank you, and definitely check out what is going on in Italy. Etna, they found something. We're like, wait a minute. A normal volcano does not have this and does not do this. So something's wrong with Etna, and that is serious. So check out Etna or Campi Flegrei. I would say check out both. So subscribe, go to my channel start page, go on videos, click on recent, and then you see everything that's going on, guys. Stay safe. I hope your patio stays calm and relaxing and you can enjoy it. Have a little coffee and watch my video. Thanks for that. Bye.